Well, again, it's all there. You make it up as you go. So just like your life, you make it up as you go. Also, trees are a good example because people, we're in this literal mode of let's hurry up and get it. And then let's get on to the next thing. You see, that's the mode they're in. So it's up to you how you creatively, you might say, get their attention to be now, to be right now. And like a tree growing, it takes time. So there's no quick way to learn to see what's going on with themselves in all life. That's a lifetime study. There's no quick way. There's no such thing. Now you can buy quick oat cereal at the store, and that can be quick. That's done in a couple of minutes. But this here, no, this is the rest of your life and beyond. It's endless. It keeps going. So trees are a good example. A moment at a time. Very, very real. And be fine, be okay, be now. Yeah, yeah. So again, that's their mental ideas. And then when you take that in, you're thinking that, oh, I should comply with that. Well, it's just like when people come to the new presentation, they're thinking that, oh, I'm spiritual too, I'm this or that, or I do meditation and all this thing. Well, that's fine, but that's not what we do. I'm not going to comply to them. I already see what's real, so I'm going to creatively present something along those lines. And if they want to go do all that stuff, fine, go have fun. But those are their created ideas, you see. So yeah, people are always going to come to you like that for the most part. And I get it too. I'm conversing with people on Facebook and what have you. And it's like they want the answer right away. Well, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Yeah. It's like you want to breathe all the air in the atmosphere all at once so you can really breathe good. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense at all. Little at a time. That's how it is. Sorry. So they're thinking that, oh, this master over here will give me the initiations in 1 or 2 years. I can have, 10 initiations, my spiritual eye open and whatever. And yeah, you can be tap lined with them and all the other stuff that goes along with it too. You're going to get a lot of goodies. Whatever. Have fun. Yeah. So again, it's very real how life is, like the sun shining. And as you've seen it almost every day of your life, it is what it is, isn't it? It's not what we decide. So it doesn't matter what people think. It is what it is. Go along those lines, have fun being creative. And I've set it out to where, yeah, there are courses, but it's like walking in the forest. What is the right tree? Okay. What is the right bush, plant, grass, what have you? It's all over the place. Little by little, you take it in, and pretty soon you got the idea, don't you? Just give it time. Start with something. Start with something fun. I talk to people all over the world every day, and I just lay it out to them, and they're very, very interested because they don't hear anything like I'm telling them. And so that's the fun part too. That's my adventure also. So I do the talking because I know what to do so that they'll be okay. They don't. That's the difference. So when you meet these people, you know how they'll be okay. They don't. They're just asking questions. And so again, you decide. Yes. Also remember that there's two parts to us, and that's the little self that needs help too. So that part needs the words and phrases and to learn the references because that's your little body moving around, just like your car. You need to put gas in it and oil and whatever. You need to baby it. And so, yeah, and this is how you can relate it. And people will take notice of that by the fact that you're taking a stand. In other words, this is you, this is what you see, and you present it in a way that makes sense. I use comparisons all the time, especially with the government people, with things like 9/11 and the coronavirus and stuff like that, and whatever that I already saw this coming, etc. And that they can learn to see what's going on too, more than just the business, financial world and the politics, etc. So little by little, it's getting out there. And again, it's the tree effect. It's not going to happen overnight. Even if we put it all over the world, it won't be accepted. It's a little at a time because it's a lot, because people have routines. You have to understand, you have to also explain how they have these routines that they've been brought up with. They've been indoctrinated a certain way. They've been literalized. And so you need to also explain that to them so they can see how they've accepted all this programming along certain lines only according to the systems and not according to their intuition or their real awareness. You see, there's a difference. And everybody's intuitive. They use it from now and then, etc. Psychics more so, but it's basically only in creation, because the true invisible reality is the real awareness, and really to be able to see that and really recognize it. So it's not just seeing something without seeing, but it's recognizing the reality and the difference between that. So in creation, we have the secondary light, and that's what Paul presented. That was his light and sound idea, okay? And so, but most people think that's the real light, and it's not. It was just the information. It's just information coming through. It's a reflection of the real light, which is awareness, which is really invisible, okay? It produces itself as light so that it can be seen, but then you learn to see what's invisible and unseen, and that's all. And so that's a big step to take that in. For the most part, the individual still has their personal self, and they got to baby that along, and to where that the personal self is willing, without all the attitudes that it's collected, to be able to handle that. So that's a lot. Nobody, see, because we've been brought up in the generation, oh, you ask a question, you get an answer. That's literal. Okay, so they're thinking that, oh, I got the answer I want. Well, something in your personal life, yeah, but not with what life is. That's a big difference. That's huge. So that's more like the tree growing, give it hundreds of years, and that will be nothing compared to what all life is, because even when that passes, there's still a lot more, because it's endless. So you got to start somewhere. There you go. So it's the rest of your life. And that's the fun part too. It's like raising your own family, and you teach them. Well, I don't like to use the word teach, because it applies to teaching, but you show them, you share with them what's real. So because they're beings, they're awesome beings, and that's how we all are. So we don't need attachments, we don't need ideas, family, friends, and all this stuff. We use those things, but realistically, we're just awesome. That's it. We're each awesome, and to recognize that and to be that, and see, then there's no restrictions. Here, everything is restriction. And so eventually getting through that, yeah. More than just feeling good about words and phrases and being happy about something. That's cute, but that's not going to last long, especially as the world changes. All of a sudden, boom, something happens and happiness goes out the door. You're not going to be sitting meditating if there's an H-bomb out there, are you? No, it's not going to work, because again, you weren't prepared for that. Yeah, excuse me, but if it's a sunny day, yeah, it's cool. You're feeling good, you're peaceful, but things are happening, and that's the big challenge. And what's okay about all this challenge is that it's part of the bigger wake up. And so this is what we're trying to prepare people for, is a bigger wake up than just being happy and okay and dealing with it. But there's going to be a lot more that actually accentuates the wake up. But you have to be prepared for that. That's huge. So a step at a time is all you can do. You can't live their lives. You just do what you can. You know what to do.